Ain't you perfect? You are worth it. You deserve it. Make it worth it. Ain't you perfect? You are worth it. You deserve it.
Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hello, welcome to my channel, IJ's Facade. So on here we do a lot of skincare, hair care, lifestyle videos, and this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made an Afro kinky wig. Like you guys can see right now, I'm just showing you guys the cap that I'm going to use for this wig. So first things first, I like to put my cap on my dummy and then pin it down just so that it does not pull off while I am stitching in the wefts. So right now you can see that I'm pinning it down. This is an important step, but you can skip it if you don't have the pins. You just have to be a bit careful to make sure that your cap does not leave the dummy at any point during the sewing, because that can actually scatter what you are doing. So next, after the pinning down, I like to just thread my needles. I have about 2 or 3 needles that I'm going to be using for this, so I'm going to make sure that they are all threaded, just so that when I run out of thread on one needle, I can move to the next, or like just move over to the next. So then I'm going to be using the darling pack. This is the one I got. This is color 33, 20 inches kinky coil. Yeah, this is the one I'm going to be using. So that is what it looks like, but I'm actually have like another piece, like another half from an extra pack that I got, because this is actually the second time I'm making this wig, but this is the first time I'm showing it on my channel. So like you guys can see, this is not the pick and drop. This actually comes with some wefts. So first things first, you just want to start sewing it down on your cap. Like this is not a very big it's not a very hard process, but you do need to concentrate a bit so that you can get the wefts properly sewed down. Like I showed you guys earlier, you make sure that you threaded your needle, and you do need a black thread for this, just so that the color does not show. Anyway, you guys can see that I've already started sewing it. You don't need to start at the last step. You don't need to start at the end, the real back of the cap. You can just start just above it, like you guys can see. And for this particular style of Afro kinky wig that I am doing, you just need to sew it round and round and round. Like that is just the pattern that you're going to follow. This is not a very complex pattern. You just need to sew it round and round until you get to the middle of the cap. Then you just cover it up in the middle, and that is that. Like you guys are going to see how I am doing this. It is not a very hard process. I'll be showing you guys everything. So if you've not already subscribed to this channel, or you are just seeing my content for the first time, I hope you smash that subscribe button so you get notified every time I drop a new video. So let me just let you guys watch for a while. I'll be back. So guys, I'm almost done with the bundle that I'm working on. Like this particular one is, I'm almost at the part where I started. So one thing I wanted to say is that when you get to the part where you started and you now have to start again on the upper part, like you can see, you don't have to start, and you should not start immediately above. Like give some gap so that you can manage your bundles properly. If not, you may run out of bundles if you start sewing everything line over line, because it's just going to be too bulky. Like giving that gap actually helps it. So now, like you guys can see, I'm already done with that one. I'm moving on to the second bundle. Like I ended up using all of the bundles you guys are seeing, and I did not need any extra. So be careful and manage your bundles properly, because if you start sewing everything line over line, it will not be enough, and I was not doubling my bundles. I was just doing everything single up until the last one. I will show you guys where I started doubling it from. But right now I'm not doubling my bundles, and I was just sewing it single line by line, but spacing the lines, if you guys can understand, because I already showed you, like you guys can see right now, that there's a gap. I'm not sewing it directly on top of the previous one. So guys, you guys can see I am actually done with the second bundle. I'm all done sewing it down. You can see my wig is actually beginning to take shape. This is how it is meant to be. You just have to keep sewing it round and round until you get to the middle, and then you cover that up. Like, this is the last bundle, and this is where I actually started doubling my wefts. Like you guys can see right now, I am going to start with double what I was using before, because initially I started off with single, but I now continued the third and last bundle with doubling method, just to make sure that it is completely covered. But if you started doubling right from the beginning, like, it will just be too bulky and your bundles might not be enough. You might actually end up using two complete packs, because what I used for this was just 1.5. Like I showed you guys, I already had a half and then I used one pack. But if you doubled it from the beginning, you might have to use two entire packs. But yeah, you guys can see I'm actually almost done. This process did not even take me a long time. Like, within 1.5 hours I was already done. Like, I am not kidding you guys, it didn't take me so much time. But if you're a beginner or you've not made any wig before, it can take you anywhere between 3 to 3.5 hours. Just depends on how fast you are. But you guys can see right now I'm already at the middle of my wig. Like, I am just covering it up. Like, you can see that this is really the middle of the wig. Like, I am already done. I've covered everything and my wig is done. So the only thing left now is just tie off my threads, like, and then do some final trimmings. So you guys can see my wig is actually already set. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. Like, I got exactly the shape I wanted. But yeah, you guys, you just have to take your time and trim your wig properly in order to get the shape of the afro shape that you wanted. If that is what you're going for, you need to properly take your time and trim your wig properly. Like, my wig is already okay. Like, it's looking like the afro I wanted it to be. But if you want to give it a different shape, it is up to you. You can just take your time and trim it properly. I don't recommend that you start wearing your wig without any form of trimming. Final results, guys. This is the wig. I really love the way it came out. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my other videos. Bye.